All right, welcome to the quick rant. This is my hatred towards sales bros. So, I would like to propose the idea that they do not provide sufficient value for the value they are taking away from people, whilst acting as a middleman for services such as pest control, windows, and lawn care. If they're making a commission off of something that really could have been sold through advertising or really any other means than door to door, because door to door, we start with the base premise: you are interfering with people's private spaces in order to engage in consumerism, both things that are undesirable by generally everybody in society. So I'd say that's why I'm annoyed about this right now, because I was driving out and there's two sales guys coming up to my house. We have a no sales, no soliciting sign. Our neighbors have it. All our neighbors have it, because all our neighbors are rational people who do not want random people walk into their houses and try to make them engage in consumerism against their will. So now that you understand why I'm making this, I don't think they are providing sufficient value for what they're doing, what they're taking away from people, their time and their money. Because sales guys, they make a lot of money, and that's off a commission. And so it means if you were to have bought something from a sales broker, specifically a sales bro, door-to-door sales, you are undeniably getting the not best deal. The best deal would have circumvented any need for a middleman, and that commission, instead of going to some teenager going around the country trying to waste people's times, it would have gone in your pocket, because it wouldn't have gone to the corporation. If you're trying to make an economy of scale, it wouldn't be necessary for these people to be there in the first place. So maybe my argument is not tied together very well, but I figured I'd throw that in today's video. I think these people who are obviously strong willpowered and willing to get after it should be doing something better to sustain and promote innovation in society, entrepreneurship, or going into a workforce job that allows them to provide value without wasting people's times, letting them exercise their willpower in a strong way and build financial independence. Because that's why most people go out to do these sales bro jobs, is because they want to make money. Obviously, they wouldn't be out there if there wasn't that incentive. If they could make a way, which there is, thousands and millions, I don't know, it's called a job, ways to earn, make a bag, but provide value to society at the same time. So the underlying premise, I believe, there is not value being provided. I was in the sauna the other day with two guys who did sales stuff. I was giving them some speeches, because that's what I like to do in the sauna. And they're like, "Oh, you should do sales." It's like, well, let me hear about your sales experiences. And they were selling like pest control, Roundup, cancer causing agents into people's homes. So one of the things they brought up is that they were selling these contracts for $1,000 to $2,000. And I was like, okay, do you not feel like you're kind of ripping someone off? I brought up that idea that you're making a substantial commission off of this, because the consumer you're serving is undereducated, and had they had more knowledge, they would have gone somewhere else. It's a free market, and there is a solution available for a much, much better price. And you were gatekeeping that solution, and they even brought up the totals. They said, hey, they could have gone to Home Depot, and they could have bought this for $35. But here I am selling it to them for $1,000, so I can make a commission. And they, in their mind, which I don't think was exactly right, was saying, all right, well, I actually provided value. I gave them the knowledge of how to get rid of these pesky animals and bugs. And I said, well, you know the solution, and you know the best possible solution, and yet you willingly and knowledgeably withheld that information from them for your own personal gain. That person is now worse off, and the underlying system of selling Roundup is terrible in the first place. But I just don't think that really any of these salespeople are providing enough value to justify them being out there. Well, once again, my thoughts are not very tied together, but I'm just going to reiterate: they're wasting people's time. They are marking things up unnecessarily to the people they are trying to sell to, and they're knowledgeably gatekeeping these better prices, better deals, better products that are available on the marketplace of America, just so they can make a quick buck. So my call, and to anyone listening, maybe consider serving the people of the world in a better way. You can make money by creating value through business, innovation, and not through knocking on people's doors. So consider that. And that is the end of the video. I've got Watson here with me. Going on a 1 mile hike, and we're having a good time. Peace.